Hi Facebook, how we doing? James here from UK Print. I am doing a Facebook Live tonight. One, to answer a question I've been asked today that I thought was actually a really good one to go out to the all of Facebook with and speak to you guys and give you a little bit of a tip. And the second one is the second reason is to try out my new tripod. I've got a new tripod that I've just tried, that I've just bought on the recommendation of Todd from Spaghetti Agency, who said that we should all have tripods and mic. Can't use the mic just at the moment because I've got an iPhone 7 and I can't find the little connector thing that you've got that connects your iPhone 7 to the 3.5mm jack, but I will find that and it will all be good. But in the meantime, I thought I would try out my tripod, and what better way to do that than by giving out one of my top tips. I get asked a lot from people about what size things should be. And the easiest way to measure the size of things, in the way that most people can reference, is in A4 sheets of paper. So a good example is that an A4 sheet of paper, that's the size that you get out your standard office printer, is A4. If you half that, it becomes A5, which is the size of most flyers or leaflets that go out in the UK. You half it again, it becomes A6. A6 is the size of a postcard. And you half it again, it becomes A7, which is just a bit bigger than a business card. So that's how we measure in Europe anyway. In America, do you know what? I've got this reverse camera thing on. It's throwing me off. I'm looking at the camera rather than looking at what I'm doing. And that basically is how in Europe anyway we measure the size of paper. So we have A7, which is half the size of A6, which is half the size of A4. Rumpel's paper, A5, which is half the size of A4, and that's how you measure the size of bits of paper. That's not actually the tip that I was going to give this evening though. The tip that I was going to give was about measuring bigger things. So I'm going to stand slightly out of the way just now, and you can see some of my wall art, which I put in another video the other day about the fact that I got the wall art the wrong size. That I put it up, walked in the room and thought, that's not really big enough, I need to do this wall art bigger. And I should have known better, because it's something that I talk to other people about, talk to customers about, how making sure that they get the correct size of wall art for their offices or for their homes. And I didn't listen to my own advice, and I paid the price for doing that. However, I'm going to share a top tip which will save you ordering the wrong size of wall art, whether it's small or whether it's too big. And that simply involves a few of these, which are A4 sheets of paper, straight out of the printer, nothing special about them, and this, it's a roll of masking tape. Now, it's important that you use masking tape. Do not use brown sticky parcel tape, or sellotape, or gaffer tape. The reason is that these things are high tack. High tack basically means very sticky, and there's a chance that if you put them on your wall that you're going to take off some paint or some plaster or some wallpaper, and you're going to leave a permanent mark. The whole point behind masking tape is that it's low tack, meaning not very sticky. And in that instance, when you peel a bit of masking tape off, theoretically, it should not take off any paint or wallpaper or anything. It's there to mask those things from the paint or the whatever you're doing with them. We use masking tape quite a lot when we're laying out the actual print of a wall art, or when we're laying out prints for vehicles, and that's something that I'll go into in another video another time. But right now, I just wanted to talk about measuring those. And there's a really straightforward way of measuring them using A4 pieces of paper. So first of all, you work out where you want your wall art to go. And in this instance, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to say that I want my wall art to go exactly where this blue parachute is, or just over that area there. And what we're going to do is we're going to look and see what the proper size for that piece of wall art would be. So you don't get one that's too big, you don't get one that's too small. Best way to do it isn't by eye, because you stand here and look at it, you think, oh, that looks great, that's a perfect size. And then you get it and you think, oh, hang on, it's maybe a little bit too big or a little bit too small. Get a piece of A4 paper, put a bit of masking tape on it, and put it up where you want your wall art to go. If that doesn't look big enough, get another piece of A4 paper, put a masking tape on it, and place it next to it. Still not big enough? Do the same again, until you have a size that you're happy with. Once you're happy with that size, common garden immersion tape, the one that you would use for, you know, pretty much anything that everyone's got one of these in the house, and just measure it. And that is 630 mils. So you know when you're ordering your bit of wall art that it's 630 mils wide. Doesn't cost you anything because most people have got masking tape and A4 paper kicking about the house, and then when you're done, peel it off with no marks to your wall. And if you're environmentally friendly, like UK Print is, you can even reuse the piece of paper for something else. Hopefully you guys have found that helpful. If you have any more questions about wall art, about measuring sizes for print, and just anything to do with print, promotional items at all, I'm more than happy to help. My name is James from UK Print. Thanks very much.